Are we live? Are we live? Time for some Sucio. Are we live? Let's see. Let's check the levels. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another live stream of SmackDown Watch Along News with SucioMannia. Let's go, baby. Let's go. On this eve of Crown Jewel, which happens tomorrow, we got Nia Jax coming in the ring. I don't know where the show is from. They're probably in Saudi Arabia already. Who knows? They're probably over in Saudi Arabia already. I think they've done very well with having women's matches and women's championship matches. Let's face it, guys, for a long, long time, they had no women's matches in Saudi Arabia. Then they had one. You know, they got a little bit of a negative reaction, but now it's a normal thing. So that's good overall. That's good for business. There's clearly a market there. Keep in mind, guys, wrestling is like a soap opera for men, so you need some women in there. All right, guys, let me post that I'm out here live. I hope everybody's doing well today. There's a lot going on in the news. Right now, Nia Jax is cutting a promo, but I want to discuss a couple of things that are going on in the news. I want to discuss first and foremost these celebrity endorsements. We've had, just a ton of celebrities, from Mark Cuban, Jennifer Lopez, and all of the Avengers. That was kind of insane, seeing all of the Avengers get together for Kamala. A lot of people online and in the post that I put up, they're basically saying they're not going to let, their kids watch the Avengers anymore. And look, guys, Hollywood and the music industry, it's kind of pretty clear that there are people behind the scenes running it. There are people behind the scenes telling these celebrities what to do and what to say. I look at the music industry, at the very top level, same thing with, acting. It's like one big commercial. These people are not only hired to act, but they're also hired to push agendas now. So if you're not pushing the agenda of the people that are behind the studios or the people that are behind them, you're not going to get work. So that's why you got guys like 50 Cent. He's involved with Hollywood. He has all these shows that he produces. And, he said it, when Kanye picked a side, that's when they started attacking him. So he was actually offered $3 million to perform at the at the Republican National Convention to play Many Men at Madison Square Garden. And he turned down the $3 million. It's really not worth it. For him, it's not worth it. Let's face it. He makes a lot more money doing all of his shows, Power, and all of the different shows that he has. So he could turn down that $3 million payday just to keep his sanity and stay away from politics without picking a side. We got Liv Morgan coming out with Raquel Rodriguez, her bodyguard, and Rey Mysterio, her boyfriend. We have a match, champion versus champion. Saudi Arabia has been promoting all of the biggest events, from golf to all of the biggest boxing events. I wonder if the boxing match between for Tyson is going to be out there in Saudi Arabia. I know Netflix is promoting it, so who knows? Maybe they're doing it here in the States. But Saudi Arabia wants to have all of the biggest matches, and that also includes the WWE. So what they have now is champion versus champion, and they're fighting for an even bigger championship belt. Now we got Tiffany Stratton, the holder of the Money in the Bank briefcase. This is someone that could exercise her Money in the Bank at any time against either one of the champions. For those that don't know, she's friends with Nia Jax. So most likely she won't cash it on Nia Jax. I think that would actually be better because they would prolong the storyline that way. There's a bigger story in a friend turning against a friend than her just cashing in on a random person like Liv Morgan. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. I do thank you for your viewership, whether you're watching live or on demand. I recommend that you watch along with the show. If not, don't worry, guys. There's going to be plenty of news, politics. We're going to talk about all these different celebrity endorsements. LeBron James, uh, future NBA Hall of Famer and former Diddy party participant. This guy endorsed Kamala Harris. And you can pick whatever side you want. When you see these Diddy party participants like J-Lo, LeBron James, you start Usher, Beyonce. I mean, you start to question what's really going on behind the scenes. Is this like some sexual cult or something like that? I mean, who knows what's really going on? Are these people being forced to endorse these candidates? I think so. We have a bit of a stare down right now by Liv Morgan and Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton is the holder of Money in the Bank. There's a bit of an exchange now. Tiffany Stratton punches and pushes Liv Morgan out of the ring. It wouldn't be smart for Liv Morgan to get involved in any type of squabble right now, right before her championship match tomorrow, and also with the possibility of Tiffany Stratton cashing in Money in the Bank. So yeah, like I was saying, what you guys have right now is a bunch of these Diddy party participants. These Diddy party participants are going out there and endorsing Kamala Harris. Usher, J-Lo, LeBron James. I'm going to look this up. I bet some of those Avengers were probably also Diddy party participants. I bet some of these Avengers were involved in some type of shady acts, and they're probably holding that over their head and telling them, look, if you go out there and you endorse Trump or you don't pick a side, I bet they hang their careers and the potential of them getting future movie roles. I bet they hang that over their head. I think that's how they probably structured the whole thing. It seems to be some type of a blackmail type of business in which they probably get these people to do all these type of lewd acts and these Diddy parties and things like that, and then they probably hold it over their head and they tell them, look, such and such, whether it's Beyonce or Usher or LeBron, look, if you don't do this, we're gonna do this. I think that's also the case with Obama. It seems to be some blackmail business. It seems that the people that they put in those positions, keep in mind, power isn't something you take. True power, something that's kind of given to you. So if these people have been given power, they probably had to do certain things, so they probably would hang some type of secret, like if you don't do this, we're gonna drop this information. I think that's the whole point of the Diddy parties. It was to get these people to do these type of things. So now they need them to play a certain role. I think that's the case also with Will Smith. Will Smith, maybe Jay-Z also. Who knows? Free Young Thug finally happened in the longest case in Georgia's history. You finally had Young Thug be released. His the interview with his attorney is posted on the page. You guys will be able to see it. It's not the outcome that he wanted. This is a guy that wanted some type of a different outcome, but what Young Thug gets, he gets time served. He can't have contact with anyone from, I believe it's YSL or whoever those guys were. He can't have any contact with them, and he has 15 years probation. There was actually a longer time and a longer sentence, and there were certain terms. If he gets in trouble or some type of violation to the probation, then it would be extended another 15 years or something like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we actually have a match right now between Liv Morgan. I was completely wrong. They have a match right now, Liv Morgan versus Tiffany Stratton, with obviously the potential danger of her cashing in Money in the Bank. I think they could have found someone else instead of Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton is too close to becoming champion or cashing in. But I guess with Liv Morgan having Raquel Rodriguez and also having Dominic Mysterio there, I guess it would make sense for them to have the match. As is, kind of showing there's no shot of her. Well, Nia Jax is there. They're showing right now Michael Cole, Corey Graves, Byron Saxton, Alicia Starr, and of course, Alex Velez in commentating. The show in Saudi Arabia is tomorrow. The show in Saudi Arabia is tomorrow. I will be doing a post-show recap with all of the results. Yep, we get the graphics right now. For those that are watching live or watching on demand, we are getting the graphics right now of Crown Jewel, and that would be on Peacock WWE tomorrow. I'm going to try something new. You guys are going to get a sneak peek behind the scenes at me recording for the SucioMannia channel. I'm sure a lot of you guys know, and I'm going to give you guys a quick sneak peek. I'm sure you guys a lot know that I use these filters. It's clearly not these over-the-top outfits. So let me see if I could get this done somehow. Oh, hold on. There we go. And that's how SucioMannia is made. Liv Morgan with the apparent win. Liv Morgan taking the Money in the Bank briefcase and smashing it right off over Tiffany Stratton. Nia Jax getting in there. She's swinging the Money in the Bank briefcase, hitting Raquel, hitting Dominic, hitting Liv Morgan. Who knows? She might tell Tiffany to cash it in. All right, Nia Jax going to the top. Nia Jax with the splash. In these types of cases, usually when you see that person standing tall, the other person wins. And Liv Morgan does have a shot at winning. I mean, let's face it. She has Raquel Rodriguez. She has Dominic Mysterio in her corner. All right, we're going to record the SucioMannia at the same time. All right, we are on the eve of Crown Jewel, which happens tomorrow. The show kicks off with Liv Morgan and Nia Jax. Tiffany Stratton also comes in. There was actually a match between Liv Morgan and Nia Jax. Liv Morgan picking up the win. At the end of the match, there was a squabble going back and forth, and Nia Jax takes the briefcase, starts swinging at everyone, including Liv Morgan, and drags her right to the corner, does the splash, and then, it ends that segment with Liv Morgan being victorious. All right, so you guys get a sneak peek of how it is that I do the SucioMannia. Okay, so we have a promo from last Friday right now. Randy Orton and Triple H in the ring. I think Triple H at this point, especially with his heart condition, should just take a back seat. For those that don't know, he had what they called a cardiac event. He could have had a potential heart attack. Who knows what happened? But him getting in the ring in these types of high energy situations, I don't think are necessary, especially in the position that he's in. I hope he doesn't do the Vince McMahon and start coming in and fighting at 80 years old. We're cutting to a promo now from Kevin Owens, which is the opponent for Randy Orton at Crown Jewel. He's cutting a promo saying he doesn't want to fight him. They're doing a lot of these realistic promos with him. They have Kevin Owens in the backseat of a car. They have all sorts of stuff that they're doing with him, just not to cut a promo. Kind of make it seem more real, as if he's just cutting a promo with his phone. And that's what it seems like. I bet they have the whole camera crew and professionals in there with him. But it kind of seems like a promo that's being cut out of his cell phone, which I think adds a nice touch. They started posting some of these on social media. All right now they're showing a graphics between Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes fighting Imperium tonight at the main event. Street Profits coming in. We then cut over to a promo from last week, Randy Orton and Triple H in the ring. Then we cut over to some type of cell phone footage with Kevin Owens. Keep in mind, those two are having a match at Crown Jewel tomorrow. All right, Street Profits with B-Fab jumping around. I think these guys look a lot better with the other girl. But Bianca Belair is a superstar. It's just this one kind of looks odd, fully knowing that there's a huge affiliation between one of the members of Street Profits, who happens to be married to Bianca Belair. All right, guys. During this commercial break, we're going to move over to Russia, North Korea. Let's face it, you're not going to get your news. You're not going to get the right news from the news outlets. Good thing we have YouTube and all these different outlets. But if you want to get good Russia news, right here on the screen, I get a lot of news from Bricks News, and also RT and Sputnik. These are the Russian channels. I've watched Russian news for many, many years now. That's not a new thing that I'm doing now. I've done it for years. I actually went to Russia when I was 18 years old. Yeah, that's right. There was a Dominican in Russia. I went to Russia when I was 18 years old. It was a great, great experience. I was dating a Russian girl at the time. So my eyes have always been attentive of what goes on in Russia. I understand the language. Sometimes when I hear these speeches, there's a lot of words that are said that I understand. So I've always been attentive of what happens in Russia, and I've always respected the people. I respect their culture. I respect their perspective. I was very close to that family, and I've always kept an eye on what goes on with Russia. And I've always listened to RT. And if you guys remember, a couple of years ago, stations like Al Jazeera, which were legitimate cable stations, and RT were removed. They were banned, even though we're in a country that we have freedom of speech. These guys were actually banned from the cable platforms just from having a different perspective than the narrative, especially when we went to war. When we were at war with Iraq, I think during the Gulf War, at first they had a couple of warnings, but definitely when we went to the war with Iraq, that was the end of Al Jazeera, the way that we had it on the major cable networks. There's also Sputnik. A lot of these things still exist on X, on Twitter. Hopefully that doesn't change over time. So there's a couple things I want to talk about. I did post some of them, but this just in: the United States deploys B-52 stealth bombers in the Middle East. That's not a good thing. You know, we're just fanning the flames over there. And this gives you another slight sneak peek of how it is that I do some of the posts. I'll take some of the pictures, and for you content creators, I don't gatekeep. I don't believe in that. I believe in sharing information, share the wealth, we all get bigger. I take the pictures right off of there, and I'll go to Snapchat, I'll do a snap, I'll glue the pictures right on there. Breaking news, this just in: B-52 stealth bombers from the U.S. have been deployed in the Middle East. B-52 stealth bombers from the U.S. have been deployed in the Middle East. There you go, guys. So I'll take the 3 pictures there. I'll shape them right in the app. And there you go. So you guys are getting a behind the scenes look on how I do some of my posts. Very soon I'll be doing a video how I surpassed 500 subscribers in less than 30 days. Hopefully we'll get to 1,000. We're on our way to 1,000. Let's see if we hit that. I don't believe it's going to happen by the 30th day, maybe by the 40th day. Let's see how it goes. So at first, guys, I'll go ahead and post it on Snapchat. I'll give you guys a screenshot. I'll give you guys a picture of the code. Feel free to screenshot it. That's the code right there. So I'll do it on Snapchat. Snapchat also allows me to do a lot of the filters, which I showed you guys last week. I showed you the one for SucioMannia. Okay, we have Pretty Deadly, the tag team, coming in right now to fight the Street Profits. Okay, so then the first place where I'll post it right after creating it on Snapchat. The first place where I will post it is on YouTube. That goes right to YouTube. Oftentimes, I'll just use the microphone. So if I misspell something, sometimes it's the microphone. B-52 stealth bombers from the United States have been deployed in the Middle East. Okay, we got the match starting right now. We got Pretty Deadly going against the Street Profits. I don't know where this match is leading to. I don't know if one of the teams is having some type of a match tomorrow. Oh, I didn't know if I was able to do it while being on the live stream with you guys. Clearly, I am able to do it. I'll then go over to TikTok. TikTok, I don't have much of a following, but it is slowly picking up. I'll do the same. I'll use the microphone. B-52 stealth bombers have been deployed in the Middle East. And then from there, I'll go to IG and I'll go to all the different other platforms. Okay, good back and forth match. These are 2 good teams. if you guys are watching it live or watching it on demand, Pretty Deadly, although they have the silly outfits, they are a real team. These guys can go in the ring. If you guys notice, they're kind of a throwback to Triple H. These guys look and some of the mannerisms similar to the Hunter Hearst Helmsley character. These are Hunter's boys. This is one of Hunter's little projects. So these are guys that are, as you could see, even in the commentating from Michael Cole, he's saying, "Oh, these guys are great." They always show these guys in a good light. I'm not a big fan of their outfits, but I believe these guys will be champion someday. They certainly have the right connections with being Triple H's guys. Triple H has a group of guys there that they're there to work. They're there to put people over, and eventually these guys get rewarded. And these guys will get rewarded big when they do. They'll get big matches at WrestleMania, like Kevin Owens. He got the main event at WrestleMania a year or two ago. He also, the previous year to that, he got the big return match. He got the big return match with Stone Cold. So sorry guys, we are live. I do have children, so they're gonna scream from time to time. Good back and forth match right now from Pretty Deadly and the Street Profits. We got some cheating happening from the Street Profits, but B-Fab finally doing something. Oh, and she's body slamming one of the guys. Some female on male. See, if it was the other way around, it'd be extremely controversial if it was slammed a woman. This is acting. It shouldn't be controversial. Street Profits with what looks to be the win. 1, 2, 3. Massive win for the Profits. But where's this going? Now they're cutting to a backstage promo. To a backstage promo with Tiffy Time and Nia Jax. Let's do the quick cut for the SucioMannia channel. We then have the Street Profits waiting in the ring for Pretty Deadly. See, sometimes I mess up, guys, and I got to do it again. We then have the Street Profits in the ring waiting for Pretty Deadly. Street Profits taking the win. See, sometimes I got to do it again, guys. Mic isn't on. All right. Street Profits versus Pretty Deadly. Street Profits waiting in the ring. Good back and forth match with Street Profits picking up the win. And these will be posted on the SucioMannia channel. So if you guys aren't following the SucioMannia channel, whether you're watching live or on demand, please follow the SucioMannia channel. That's where I'll post all of the wrestling and the gaming. This channel seems to be going good, so we're going to just keep it 99% news. I'll still sprinkle a little wrestling here and there, especially on the live streams, but we seem to be doing pretty good with the news, guys. So let's keep that up. Let's keep the page growing. Sucio, please follow. If you haven't been following, please follow. We're at 7:35, and that has happened in a month. I'm going to show you guys where we are at. I'll be doing a video on how I got to 500. But here we are. We are more than halfway to the 4,000 watch hours. We're at 737. So as you guys know, the goal is 1,000 and 4,000, 1,000 followers, and the 4,000 watch hours for monetization. We seem to be doing pretty good. The main reason we're there, the main post that got me there, some of the popular explosion posts, mainly this one here. If you guys go to my popular tab on the live stream, you'll see it right there. All right, guys, we are simultaneously recording for the SucioMannia channel. So as soon as the show comes back, I'll also be recording the results as well. And I'll be posting the full review on the SucioMannia channel. So I showed you guys the source of where I get some of the Russian news. We're going to go over some of the Russian news, especially some of the stuff that I posted today. Let's go to our Telegram. This is a big one, guys. And it could potentially be true. Because Russia and Iran are buddies. They also have North Korea. I don't think Netanyahu wants the beef. But with B-52 stealth bombers being deployed in the Middle East, you know, this war's probably going to happen. I posted on the FBI reporting that Russia plans to get involved with the elections. I think it's more likely that another country and the FBI gets involved in the elections before Putin does. What are they going to do? Spam a bunch of the computers, flood our internet? What can really Russia do in comparison to other countries that have a lot more influence? This is another big one, guys. I didn't post it, but we'll report it on here. These shows are going to become more news during these live streams, kind of recaps of the whole week. Naval warships are avoiding the Red Sea due to Yemen Houthi attacks. Why don't we go and report on that while Naomi comes in the ring right now? Naomi, belonging to the Fatu Iniwaya family, being married to Jimmy Uso. Good to see them both back in the company. They were both on hiatus. Bailey and Naomi both coming in the ring. All right, so we're going to report on the German naval ships are avoiding the Red Sea due to fear of Yemen Houthi attacks. German naval ships are avoiding the Red Sea to avoid Yemen's Houthi attacks. I don't just copy and paste because that could be, I don't know if you could get a copyright strike for just copying it. So what I'll do is I'll copy it and I'll come up with my own version of it, just so I don't get hit with any type of copyright or anything. Now, I believe if the pictures are 25% of the screen, there's no shot at that. So what I'll do is I put each picture maybe 3% or 5% of the page. Just like before, I'll put it right on. I should just title this behind the scenes tutorial. All right, they're cutting over to last week on SmackDown, where there was a squabble between Naomi, Bailey. Naomi picking up the win last week. It's a beautiful thing that I'm able to post while I'm on the live stream on a separate device. I was afraid that if I would go ahead and post something, it would drop the live stream. Okay, I'm gonna put here Germany related video. Hey, why not? The related video could be the live stream. I wasn't aware you could do that. Now I know it's Candice LeRae, but I have no idea who this other chick is. It's a new one. She's from NXT. She used to be with Dexter Loomis, I think. But I don't know her name. I don't really watch NXT. There's only so much wrestling I could watch. I only have so much time off. But hey, it looks like I'm going to be doing more of these wrestling shows. Match continues as they go to commercial. All right, another big news. Airspace in Iran and Iraq is now restricted. They don't have any planes, any commercial planes in their airspace. Not from them or anyone in the world. They shouldn't fly through there for obvious reasons. Keep in mind, these missiles from Iran, they have to fly over Iraq and even over Saudi Arabia for them to hit Israel. So the airspace is completely restricted right now. All right, there you go, guys. It is posted live and it's linked to the live stream. I didn't know I could do that. Okay, so far I got 2 clips for the SucioMannia channel. I'm too tired after these live streams, especially after the main events. You guys that have watched some of these live streams with me, whether you're watching live or on demand, I'm exhausted. Especially since I've been up since early. Went downtown to Wall Street, had a great time. I met with middle name Frank. We recorded some skits. He was part of the news. He did the weather. Obviously, Sean was unavailable. I was downtown. He did the weather. We did the live stream for Meet Me at the Bull. There's a couple of clips posted on his page on the live stream, on the Meet Me on the Bull live stream. You'll see Steady Eddie EFI 44, 12th floor, Steady Eddie 12th floor entertainment. You click right on my page and it'll take you right to his. Hopefully it evolves into something more. As you could see, is real natural. When I bumped into him, I just put the mic right on and we just started laughing it up and just talking. We winged it. There was absolutely no plan whatsoever. We were completely winging it the entire time. But what I would like to see the show evolve to, I'd like to see the show evolve into maybe having a conversation with people. I don't know if me and him could actually be around each other and keep a straight face. I've had a lot of great laughs with this guy. I've made a lot of money with this guy over the years. I don't know if I'll be able to keep a straight face, but we will see. We will see. Should be a lot of fun. We're looking for people to interview, but most likely we'll end up interviewing one of our old colleagues from back in the day, and that should be a lot of fun. You know, me and Eddie crack up. We would just laugh over the silliest things that we would just say over the phone back when we worked together. Yeah, I'm glad that he's still doing good and that he's moved on to a career in journalism as middle name Frank. Okay, they seem to be back. I'm gonna catch Shorty's name. I don't know. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell is clearly good in the ring. If she was in NXT, I can't say I've seen any of her work. I've seen her do a little bit of stuff, like I said, on NXT with Dex Thomas and stuff, but I haven't seen her work. But they kept her on a manager or a sidekick role for a little while before they let her in the ring, and they usually do that when they're trying to train them. Sometimes they'll have a trained person, but they'll do some type of training for them to get used to the being in the main roster. Whether you're coming from NXT or coming from a different company, you know, they got to know where the cameras are at. They got to know the camera angles. Keep in mind, it's a TV show, so they have a different way of working it. NXT is a bit more raw. Bailey with the headbutt. Candice LeRae knocking out Naomi. Bailey unable to get the tag. Indy Hartwell back in. Tomorrow, guys, Crown Jewel, middle of the day. It'll be live on Peacock. This is the countdown to the few final events before they go. I believe it's right at the beginning of January, the very first of January. They'll already be on Netflix. So whenever the first show is after the new year, that show and the main events and the PLEs, previously known as pay-per-views, will all be broadcasted on Netflix. I don't know how that's going to work. I hope there's no extra charge. If you guys could tell me if an extra charge for the Paul Logan Tyson fight, I'd like to know. I'd like to see the fight. I'd like to know what I'm getting myself into. I'm not paying $100 for it. I'll tell you that. It's not Mayweather Pacquiao. To many, this is like an exhibition fight. I don't think Tyson is taking it as an exhibition fight. I don't think any of the promoters or his opponent are taking it as an exhibition fight. If you guys see the videos now, the guy does look great, but it would be rare to see him win. He was sick recently. He's almost 60 years old, 58 years old. So it's going to be tough to see him win against this, guy who's not even, I think. Naomi from the top, knocking out Indy Hartwell. Candice LeRae making Bailey fall out. Naomi outside. See, again, this is another story that's kind of lacking a little bit of storyline. I don't know what is the purpose of this match. I hope this doesn't become like AEW. In AEW, they have a bunch of matches that you don't know why they're fighting. They're just, they're just people having matches. Belly to Bailey. Bailey to belly. Oh, Candice LeRae with a splash. Candice LeRae's getting a push. Moonsault. She might get the pin. Oh, no, she's not the legal person. It's Indy Hartwell who's the legal person in the tag team match. Oh, no. Naomi's the legal person. Naomi with the win. We're going to report on this. We then go to Naomi and Bailey versus Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Good back and forth match with Naomi picking up the pin against Candice LeRae. All right, so they're cutting to footage from last Monday. Last Monday was a phenomenal show. We had a phenomenal live stream. You guys that watched the live stream last week and are watching today, whether you're watching live or on demand, They're showing the footage of Braun Breaker being the tag team taking the tag team champion, taking the Intercontinental Championship from the Yeet Man. The Yeet Man coming back the week after, making sure that the Motor City Machine Guns take the belts away from his cousins in the Timu bloodline. Jey Uso calling out his brother. They go back and forth. This is the whole promo that he lets them know that now everyone knows the difference between them. They know that he's Jimmy. They know that he's the Yeet Man. They hug it out. They cut to a scene with Roman at the edge of the ramp or the stage. There's footage already out, guys. For you guys that watch wrestling, there's already footage of the reunion, which should be happening tonight. This is a pre-recorded show. This is why I don't know if this is a show that's in Saudi Arabia. I believe this is in Brooklyn. I believe the Brooklyn show, they just recorded 2 episodes back to back. All right, Jacob Fatu. They're showing the footage. Jacob Fatu in the ring, hitting the Yeet Man. Jey Uso beating up on Jimmy Uso. I don't think Roman comes out in this, does he? Jacob Fatu's a tough one. He ate a couple of super kicks before they... I think his gimmick is that he doesn't feel the super kicks. We then cut to footage from the last few weeks of the Bloodline, showing when Jimmy Uso returned, when Jey Uso lost the belt, also showing when the Motor City Machine Guns took the belts from the Timu Bloodline 2.0, and they're showing a graphics of them bringing out the Bloodline after commercial. So let's see how it goes. Seems to be a pretty good show. If you attended the show in Barclays, it's not often you're going to get a double show. So for those who attended, big shout out to Craig Siegel. Look him up online, Craig Siegel CLS. I met this guy in the past. Well, I know of him in the past. I don't know if me and him ever got a chance to even speak, but we worked at the same company, and I've seen the guy reinvent himself. And I must admit that even though I don't agree with 1 or 2 of his views, and I posted something one time, I hope he's not upset that I posted one time that I disagreed with one of his things, but he's definitely an inspiration for me reinventing myself and still being able to use my voice for something else. For many, many years, I would talk all day, and it's kind of tough now after my retirement from the brokerage business for me to just sit quietly. So this gives me a good outlet, me being able to do the news at night. Being able to do the news in the morning and these live streams at night. I'm highly considering doing a live 5 a.m. show, 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. rather than doing it as little snippets, because even though it's a 10-minute show, guys, it does take me an hour to put it together. So I'm highly considering doing a live show in the morning, and even still doing the comedy and still doing the skits, but doing a full show at 5 in the morning. I'm highly considering it, from 5 to 6 a.m. Then at 6 a.m., I guess I would start today's news after doing the morning show. There's a couple of different topics that I could discuss in the morning to get people hyped. I'm still posting the booty of the day, but I'm doing it on IG due to rules and regulations here on YouTube. It seems to not be such a good idea, so I will be still posting it on. So let's see how far I could push the envelope. I mean, I don't know if I could go Howard Stern, or I could, but I'm a throwback, guys. As you guys can see, I'm an older guy. I don't believe in all this censorship. Massa, make America smile again. I don't believe they should be crucifying comedians like Tony Hinchcliffe and Dave Chappelle. Like I said in one of my reports, it almost seems like we should bring racism back. People are just too soft and too sensitive. You know, someone online, and when I remember her name, I'll let you guys know. But, you know, she stated that these jokes and these so-called racist jokes, although they may point out certain differences in the context of the comedy or the joke, when it's all said and done, you realize how much we all have in common, that we're all human beings, and we might be all different races, but we are still all one race. We are still the human race, and we should all find ways to just get along at the end of the day. All right, they're cutting to a graphics from WrestleMania 41, which apparently will be coming to you guys from Vegas. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ladies, put the ones up. I gotta call the ladies out for this one. Ladies, put the ones up. It's your man Roman. Roman brings all the ladies out. They love Roman more than they love Sucio. This should be a good segment. If the internet rumors are true, we should be getting a nice reunion right now from the OG bloodline, which I hope leads to a match at Crown Jewel. Even though this is a match that's fitting, he's coming out with Jimmy Uso. This is a match that's definitely fitting for War Games. It wouldn't be a bad idea. It wouldn't be a bad idea for us to have it. Oh, yeah, it's happening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. A 6-man tag team match tomorrow. Special start time, 1 p.m. We're going to get Bloodline, OG Bloodline versus Timu Bloodline. You got to love it. You got to love it. This is awesome, guys. Yeah, like they're saying, this is not for the weak at heart. They're saying together on the same page last week. All right. I think that's why I guess they pushed it, and they pushed the reunion so quickly because they wanted to push out this match. We're going to put it right on the SucioMannia channel. Why not? We're going to do it in full SucioMannia mode. So as we come back, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to happen. OG Bloodline versus Timu Bloodline 2.0. We now have Roman Reigns in the ring. with Jimmy Uso cutting a promo. Let's see how it goes. Saudi Arabia, bit controversial place to be going to, especially right now with everything going on. You know, they've declared their neutrality to this this conflict out in the Middle East. But this airspace is dangerous airspace, and you have WWE wrestlers. These are celebrities, American celebrities flying. You know, keep in mind who you know, the US, whose side they're on. And they're not on Iran's side. They're on Israel's side. And you know, whether you agree that they should be on their side or not, that's a whole different conversation, which I will not get into that topic. But it's kind of dangerous going into that airspace right now in the Middle East. This is something that I would try to refrain from. Jimmy Uso right now having a heart-to-heart with Roman. Kind of hyping him up, you know, let's be strong. Like we know how we know we can be. So they can go out there and they could fight. So they could fight these guys. Roman's asking for the mic now. Ooh, so main event, Jey Uso coming out to meet his cousin and his twin brother. No need for Roman to talk. We got a new star. And let's face it, this is a guy that I think should be the new tribal chief after all of the beef is all said and done with OG Bloodline and Timu Bloodline. They should consider making Jey Uso the tribal chief. I don't know if they're going to do that, but they did trust him enough after 14 years, giving him a singles run with the title. Only reason that the run didn't last longer is clearly because of this storyline. They're saying, is this a different Jey Uso than the one that we saw with the Bloodline? And yeah, I think so. Definitely is. This is the former Intercontinental Champion. I don't want to say he's better than his brother, but he definitely looks to be more committed than his brother. His brother has had several DWIs and things like that. And, you know, I'm not judging. I'm not passing judgment on anyone. But this is someone that obviously takes his craft a bit more serious. Awesome scene right now between these guys. Awesome scene between these guys, showing that Jey Uso is clearly not a sidekick or main event Uso or the right-hand man, as they used to call him. He's his own man. He's the star right now. He's the star right there in that ring. He has a certain star quality that Roman just doesn't have. Roman, look, definitely has a presence, definitely will go down in history as one of the best of all time, especially after that phenomenal run that he just had for the last couple of years. But I believe Roman's going to Hollywood. Roman has certain health issues. And this guy, Jey Uso, he's the star right now. And he's definitely should be a guy that they should consider. They should consider not only for the world championship, but he should have a run as the tribal chief. I'm still a big believer that they should have a tournament like a King of the Ring to determine who is the tribal chief amongst all those guys, and bring Zila Fatu and have him, like, maybe lose at the finals. The ladies are going nuts for Roman. There are ladies in my house, and these ladies go nuts for Roman. They were hiding in their rooms. They pop out now for Roman. Intense face-off right now between Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. Jey takes off the glasses. These guys had a lot of beef for a long time. Let's get one thing clear, Us. This is the most important part of the show, guys. This is the deepest storyline. Come down. It's just a TV. Come down. You might not get Roman tonight, but you get yourself some sucio. He's letting him know that he didn't forget. How you did me. Emotional damage. Yeah, man, when you're dealing with family, man, these guys went through a lot of shit. It was a great storyline. Arguably the greatest storyline they have ever had in the WWE. One of the longest running storylines, and will probably be the longest running storyline the way that it's going. You want to talk about long-term storytelling, just go watch the Bloodline story. I love some of these videos that they have on YouTube that they'll show the rivalry between Eddie Guerrero and JBL. We're going to do another food review. We got pan con ajonjolí y un montón de queso a la boricua. The texture in the pan con queso is just amazing. Warm and hot off the grill. I rated it 5 stars. But unfortunately, these sandwiches are solely served at the Sucio household. Yo, he's telling him, yo, listen, let's get together and run this thing like we used to back in the day. This just came out of Jey Uso's mouth. He lets them know, if you treat me with the slightest disrespect, I'm out. He lets them know, you treat me like your cousin, not like your tribal chief, and you got me tomorrow, a crown jewel. We gonna do the damn thing or not? Guys, we're putting the news on pause because we got the Bloodline storyline right here. Roman asking for the mic. OTC chants across the arena. I believe it to be Barclays. Yeah, they're definitely not in Saudi Arabia. You'd be able to tell from the audience. This is definitely in America and possibly at Barclays where they filmed last week. Roman said yeet. Roman said yeet. While we're at it, another inspiration. Big shout to Sub-Zero from Sub-Zero, the legendary Sub-Zero DVD. Definitely another one of my inspirations for me to do this YouTube thing. We got the ones up. We got the ones up from Jimmy Uso. Uh-oh. The Yeet Man. We got the ones up from the Yeet Man. We got the ones up from Roman. Let's go. Let's go. Bloodline versus Timu Bloodline tomorrow. Crown Jewel. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it happened. Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, Roman Reigns finally reunited. Roman said, yeet. Jey laid down the rules. I want you to treat me like my cousin, not like my tribal chief. Timu Bloodline 2.0 is screwed tomorrow at Crown Jewel. Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns, the new tag team champions in a backstage segment. You know, for the diehard fans, we know that it don't get no better than this. We got A-Town Down Under. I think these are probably, you know, these guys have become workers. They've been teasing the breakup of this tag team since February. They're getting an invitation to the Grayson Waller effect. Motor City Machine Guns, A-Town Down. We then cut to a backstage segment with the Motor City Machine Guns, the new tag team champions, and A-Town Down Under. They get an invitation to the Grayson Waller effect, the talk show, sometime next week. Let's see how it goes. I think this is going to be the first team that's going to fight the Motor City Machine Guns during their tag team reign. All right, so we're going to get a fatal four-way match now. Bianca Belair, Io Sky, and two others. There's a fatal four-way tag team match. 8 chicks in one ring. 8 chicks, 1 male referee. I bet a lot of you sucios would probably like to be in that predicament. Not a bad thing, I'll tell you. We're cutting to a commercial, Crown Jewel commercial, showing Cody and Gunther. I think that's important. Let's throw that on the report. We then cut to a graphic with Cody and Gunther Cody and Gunther facing each other for that huge belt, whatever belt you want to call it, the Ultimate Champion or whatever, Saudi Arabian Champion. I don't know if they're going to walk around with that championship. Maybe they'll carry that championship to WrestleMania. Who knows? Saudi Arabia trying to do it bigger and better. It looks to be a great show. Look out for tomorrow where I'll be doing the recap of the entire event only on the SucioMannia channel. Mike is on over there. All right, we're good to go. What name should they come up with that championship? The Ultimate Champion? I wonder. You know, this is going to be a lot of post-wrestling content for a channel that's planning not to focus on wrestling. I'm about to put 2 hours of wrestling-related content. You know, although we had a lot of news throughout this broadcast. Then we're going to put the SucioMannia channel. I want to recap my day, guys. I had a great day today. We did the today's news. We did part of the today's news here at the studio. We then took the show on the road. We met with Steady Eddie, 12th Floor Entertainment, middle name Frank. The actual reaction, I mean, we're just two crazy guys. We've known each other for 20 years. Yeah, 20 years I've known middle name Frank. And that was our real natural reaction when we saw each other. Sean, are you going to get on the live stream? You got to throw a shirt on. I'm sorry to do this during the ladies' match. And I'd hate to call the ladies' match. The bathroom break match. But I'm not doing, I told you guys last week, I'm not doing a 2-hour live stream without taking a slight bathroom break. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, this young man has been making great strides in the world of journalism. He was unable to make it to today's broadcast as he's attending school to become a meteorologist. He is the reigning, defending champion of the morning weather. There is only one man that is worthy of doing the weather. I'm sorry, middle name Frank. I do appreciate your guest appearance. But the weatherman, the full-time weatherman is back, and he's going to be holding down the broadcast as I take my slight break. Come here. Have a seat. I know you get cold, so you throw a sweater on right away. Have a seat. The mic is on.
Yeah, yeah.
People are watching.
Can I tell them about Fortnite?
Yeah, you want to talk about Fortnite? Go talk about Fortnite.
Okay, guys. There's a new season, and it's pretty sure that they added a new skin. And what that skin is minus mixed in with mouse skulls. So there's two versions. I don't know where is that version, but it's only because of that. You know that, right? Any of you are watching my dad do the wrestling, but you never do. Guys, you never play Fortnite. Some of you have childs and some of you don't. If you have a child, ask them to play Fortnite. Fortnite is a really good game. Tell your child that. It's very good. Oh, we have girls coming in. I came back. I was my mom. I was saying to my mom, but she actually didn't listen. Okay, guys, that was handled because, well, guys, you know Megalodon. Stop! Get it wet. Okay, so guys, I'm talking about it. Okay, guys. Do you know what I like about Fortnite, guys? Is that they have like it's like a thing that it's like a live event, and there's a portal here. Like, look at my hand, and then the people go suck it. And let me spin. And you guys might have to do this as Fortnite character. And that was a special day. Okay, guys. Fortnite. It's actually a special game. You do fun stuff. And I was actually crazy. I was actually trying to pretend I was crazy. Fortnite is crazy after all. And I have one big brother who plays Fortnite, but he retired. He knows that Roblox was his favorite game, so he is I want him to play Fortnite. Do you just slap me first? Oh, sorry guys, I was just having a little conversation with my big brother Tristan. You don't know Tristan? He has to do something. You guys are saying, oh, is Tristan so dumb? No, he's not. Obvious, might be literally. And Fortnite is the greatest game of all. Roblox. But Fortnite is even more better. Huh? You didn't say huh? Yes, you didn't say hi. Sorry guys, I had to deal with this folk. He was too annoying. You want to talk to the fans? Guys, give my big brother a talk. Come on, Tristan. That was my big brother. He said he want to say hi, and he did. Successful.
A 14 tag team match.
What?
14 tag women's match.
A 14 tag women's match. Oh, it's a cutscene. Now I could talk. Commercial, guys. Well, I like to call it cutscene. Bad boy and woman.
Talk about Batman now, Sean.
Oh, guys.
Tell them about all the Batman.
You don't know? There's an Arkham series that I love about it. Stop your ugly mouth. Sorry. Well, I was kidding. Oh, Batman games. Why you think that, yo? So, I'm not joking. It's kind of strange that Batman. There's different Batman games. Starting off, Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. I'll try ranking Arkham Knight a good out of 10 because you know Killer Croc? Well, he is a crocodile human. But in Arkham Knight, he has a tail. We never see him having a tail in Arkham City. Croc was actually one of the best ones ever. He's actually more better than everybody. I am so serious. You know how easy Croc is. Croc is so okay. In the Arkham games, we have variants of Harley. Yes, we do have variants of Harley, but they're the same Jokers. Not the same ones. Titan Joker. We think that Joker have to have a new look in some Arkham game. It's so done. And here comes the guy who talks about the wrestling. Subscribe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back from the golden throne, back from my kingdom where I gather my best thoughts and things like that. You know, one of these days I gotta try that whole thing like a Kai Sanat and Adam Ross, these marathon 8-hour long live streams. Maybe I'll start with the morning show and I'll just hang out with the camera on all day. Listen, if the money's there and it gets me millions of views and millions of dollars, then that might be the way to go. I got a lot of kids, so I could probably put them all to stream. And if I make $1 million doing this, I'm going to, this is something that's scalable and, people don't have to get licenses and be taught much. Everybody has a special gift or something that they can share to the world. All right, we are getting a 4-way match because on the pay-per-view, on the PLE, Premium Live Event tomorrow, some fireworks outside. There's going to be a 4-way tag team match. I've never been a big fan of these multi-women matches, and not because they have a bunch of women. It's just that they just find a way to squeeze them all together in these matches that they really have no business being put together. I could understand if there was some type of reason. Maybe there was a tie in one of the matches, and now they're going to have a triple threat or a fatal 4-way, because in order to determine it, because in the previous match there wasn't a decisive winner or something like that. But it just seems like, okay, we need more women in the show. Let's just stuff them all in one match. Have a fatal 4-way tag team match. This way you could squeeze 8 of them in one match. I guess it's one step at a time. That's their way of just adding more women to the Saudi Arabia show. Top rope splash from the superstar Bianca Belair. She's great in the video game. Maybe I'll do a video with her. Where's the mic? Oh, here you go. Okay. Maybe I'll do a video with Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley or something like that, or Bianca Belair versus Kamala Harris. On the SucioMannia channel, there's also a match, Kamala Harris versus Ivan Drago. The match was put together by our Russian correspondent, Alexander Alexandrovsky. He feels since Kamala wants to have man and women sports, then she might as well see how that is. It didn't work out that well for Kamala. It's posted on the SucioMannia channel. As you know, this is the Sucio News Network, this channel where we're doing this live stream, the Sucio News Network. But there is the SucioMannia channel where we'll be posting all the gaming and wrestling. Io Sky, call her the queen of the sky for a reason, putting on a phenomenal performance. Io Sky on the top rope with Piper Niven, power bombed by Bianca Belair. Piper Niven's a big one, but she's very good in the ring. Very, very good in the ring. She has a lot of experience from Scotland, I believe. Scotland or the UK. I think it's from Scotland. She was one of the people featured on the press tour for Clash at the Castle, along with Drew McIntyre. So I'm assuming Lash Legend NXT superstar goes for the pin. Chelsea Green stops her. Lash Legend's friend, I keep forgetting her name. And see, that's the problem with these multi-women matches and these multi-women stories and the multi-people matches that they have with the LWO. It's very hard to keep track of everyone. I mean, you know all the stars. Jade Cargill with a nice kick, laying her out. Now Jade Cargill getting laid out by Lash Legend. Lash Legend looks like one that they're going to push. I'd love to see Lash Legend versus Charlotte Flair. That'd be good. Piper Niven with the senton. Io Sky, now she's getting splashed. Another splash. Bianca Belair about to take another one. She's getting slammed. She might get splashed also. Might as well. She's the toughest competitor you have there. Jade Cargill, Lash Legend. That's going to be a good match whenever it does happen. Jade Cargill looking way better in the ring. Not that she was bad in the ring. She just lacked experience. She's definitely getting the experience here in WWE, working alongside Jade Cargill. Io Sky. Looks like Io Sky is going for the victory. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in a great effort in a fatal four-way match, Lash Legend, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, Piper Niven, they're all going to be in a fatal four-way tag team match. This mangoo of a match, this whole salad of a whole bunch of women in there got me a little confused, but I made it through. And it looks like there's going to be a fatal four-way match with all four of these tag teams tomorrow at Crown Jewel, with Io Sky picking up the win against Lash Legend. They now cut over to Cody. I don't know if this is pre-recorded. I don't think they really need to be there for a backstage segment. Or maybe, you know, the fact that Barclays and it's a big show, maybe they did have him there. Randy Orton and Cody in the back now, exchanging pleasantries. That's a rivalry waiting to happen again. They had a match at WrestleMania, triple threat match, along with Ted DiBiase's kid. All right, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes tonight against Imperium. All right, so Cody is in the building. We got my 3-year-old son over here, Axel. Come on, puppy. Come. Daddy. Hey, my baby. He's my baby. Say, Daddy. My glasses. This guy's on his way to 3 years old. Big 2-year-old. No, puppy, no. My glasses. No, papi, that's the mic. Mi amor. They cut over to commercial. It could be a good match. It should be a good match. It deepens the storyline between Cody and Randy, which is a potential WrestleMania match. There are rumors of Goldberg interfering. There are rumors of Goldberg after the exchange that he had a couple of weeks ago with Gunther, that there's potential interference from Cody. So for you non-wrestling fans, Joey O in the house. For your non-wrestling fans, it's going to be a great match. Gunther is phenomenal in the ring. He does put some great work. Joey O, probably the loudest pop at the Rumble. Jade Cargill she is a great talent. Jade Cargill is a great talent. However, she's getting better. She is getting better. I believe she wasn't getting the right exposure or training or maybe the right dancing partners over at AEW. Although she had a great presence at AEW, she's definitely way better. She was, when she first came in, Joey O, you have to admit, she wasn't at the level of a Bianca. Bianca's presence is just amazing. She's great in the ring, Bianca. If you haven't played the video game, I suggest you do. They do a really good, and now they've unlocked as a DLC. They have Jade Cargill in one of the packages. I had already downloaded Jade Cargill in one of the community creations, but the original version of Bianca Belair, not the one of, they do have the younger one in NXT, but the one of her now, they did a phenomenal job. We are at commercials right now, and since it's almost the end of the show, we're going to go back to the news feed and see if there's anything that we missed covering. As you guys know, FBI right here, FBI, they're stating that Russia could be potentially getting involved with the elections. We also have B-52 bombers being deployed in the Middle East, American-made B-52 bombers. Hopefully there isn't further escalation to this conflict. We got German naval ships that are avoiding the Red Sea due to Yemen and the Houthis. That's also posted there. What do you think Goldberg's odds of injuring someone? I mean, I'll be straightforward, Joey O. If you look at Gunther's style of wrestling, where these two guys could do some grappling, he does that whole clutch from the back and them rolling around on the floor. I think they can have a good match. I think if they stay away from the suplexes and the jackhammer, if they're going to give the win to Goldberg, which I highly doubt, they should do it by spear, and that's it. You know, none of the spears in the corner. You know, he needs to know his limitations. He's not the same young man that he gave himself a concussion before going to fight the Undertaker. Or right at the beginning of the match when he ran right into the post. There was one time he did a promo that he hit his head before he goes outside. So I don't think they should give the win to Goldberg, and I think Gunther is good enough in the ring because Goldberg is carried. You know this, Joey O. Goldberg is carried in the ring. All right, we cut to a promo from Crown Jewel. But yeah, you know, I think Gunther could carry Goldberg to a great match. And if Goldberg just follows the instructions given to him by the ring general, Gunther, it should be a phenomenal match, Joey O. We got a promo from Timu Bloodline. Timu Bloodline should perhaps get the upper hand since they have 4 men paving the way for the possible return of Sami Zayn into the Bloodline. That should be interesting. How does The Rock fit into all of this? Rumors state that eventually The Rock will unveil himself as being behind Solo Sikoa and the Timu Bloodline. But Joey O, I think for Gunther, to further his stardom here in the WWE, I think going through Goldberg will get eyes on him that normally probably wouldn't have seen him. You know, there's a lot of these old fans that don't watch WWE, but if they hear that Goldberg is fighting, all of a sudden you get a slight spike in the PLE purchases or pay-per-view purchases. He's definitely a draw. He definitely draws a crowd. No, Timu's great. It's just, you know, online. Some people call it Timu Bloodline. Some people call it Bloodline 2.0. I like to refer to them as Timu Bloodline 2.0. The following contest is a tag team match. Joey O, who's that? Who's the announcer? Is that still Samantha Irvin? Is this? I know this is pre-recorded. Yeah, it doesn't sound like Samantha Irvin. I think it's the Jillian. Reports are showing that the WWE isn't too happy at the departure of Samantha Irvin. From what I understand, she's going to do different things, not get into announcing. Okay, couple other things here. I got this straight from Bricks. We have footage of Russian President Putin kissing the Quran. There was also pictures, videos of him unveiling an old Bible from 1400 years ago, showing respect to the Bible. I think it's important for leaders to respect all religions. Tampon Tim here. I have him posted there. Oh, he's got a couple views. People like Tampon Tim. The recipient of today's Sucio of the Day award. This is an award that was started on the previous day with Donald Trump being the Sucio of the Day. But we're going to give the award for the Sucio of the Day, being the fact that he was given his freedom. And right now he must be popping bottles somewhere doing some Sucio stuff. Young Thug. He's the Sucio of the Day. So, guys, we still keep the booty of the day in IG. And we're going to have the Sucio of the Day on both IG and the Sucio News Network. I got a strike for posting one of the ladies on a previous page. So we're going to refrain from that on YouTube. Even though the posts that I put up are PG. Don't miss the full recap in full SucioMannia costume on the SucioMannia channel. Coming to you immediately. For the previous weeks, I've been doing it the next day in the morning. But this time around, as I showed you guys at the beginning of the live stream, I've been recording it along the way, so I should be able to edit it fairly quickly and throw it right up on the SucioMannia channel. We're still on commercials, Joey O. We're approaching the end of the show. It looks like this is going to be the main event. Exciting, close to last week's show with the Motor City Machine Guns. That was amazing. 9 minutes left in the show. Didn't think it was going to happen for the Motor City Machine Guns, and they took it with Jey Uso interfering in the match. So that's enough for me. Me getting bloodline. They don't have to have any type of exchange now. No need for that. This match is big enough. They don't need to further build it up as they did with the Seth Rollins and the Australian guy, Bronson Reed. That needed to be built up a little bit. This thing built itself. It's been built for a few years. It's awesome that it's happening now. I think it's a bit rushed. They could have delayed it a little bit longer, and they could have extended it till after this event and done it at they could have done it at Mania, you know. Yeah, she didn't want to announce. That's what I heard. She didn't want to announce. She wanted to be a manager, really, or general man. Who knows? Maybe she's just gonna be Ricochet's manager over there at AEW. I don't know how Ricochet could have like the female manager that could play the role of a sensational Sherry type. I don't know. Maybe she'll play the Elizabeth Goody Two Shoes type. I don't know. Don't go anywhere. We'll be returning. A couple more posts that I want to go over. We have the Meet Me at the Bull series. Guys, this was just unplanned. Not planned at all. Just met Eddie. We said, all right, here's the mic. I made a return. Since this is the Sucio News Network, Joey O, and we do report on Sucio stuff, Sucio goes back to Dirty Mics. It's now closed. But I figure I go and tell the people a little bit about Dirty Mics, its history, how it got started, where it is now, and what is the outcome of the ladies 20 years later. I got footage of Eddie Irvin buying the lotto. All right. Randy Orton. Many believe he should be champion one more time. Many believe he should be breaking Ric Flair's record as well. I believe this guy has had a great run. Dirty Mics. Oh, boy. Yeah, I was right in front of Dirty Mics. We were doing a skit there. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Wasn't as much fun as the days when Dirty Mics would actually be open, but it definitely was a lot of fun. It is the Sucio News Network. I figured it'd be fitting to have a report on Dirty Mics. Also, ladies and gentlemen, whether you're watching live or on demand, I want to take the time to just thank you for your viewership. And when you guys get a chance, I didn't see many of these online, so I posted a walkthrough there's a walkthrough by a former resident and employee of the Wall Street area. There's a 4K walkthrough, 60 frames per second. I may start doing more of these walkthrough videos. I see there's a channel that focuses on just walking through New York, but my concept is a little different. I call it skyscraper tours. When I was a young boy and I came from the Dominican Republic, I would remember standing in awe in front of these buildings. One of the first buildings I went to was the World Trade Center. I mean, on the night that I came to America, on my way to my home at the time, my family lived in the Bronx, but we passed by Manhattan. We ate some pizza. I got introduced to American pizza. Shortly thereafter, I was introduced to American hamburgers, and I never looked back. But I looked up, and I was just in shock. Wow, and when I go to different places and there's tall buildings, I still take a look up. So I felt it was important on my walkthroughs for me to add, you know, just the effect of looking up and down at these amazing structures that you find in New York City. And Joey O, as I look through the views, you know, down there in Florida and Miami, there's an opportunity to do some walk videos, especially with all of the fast construction that's going on there. Any fresh new video will definitely get a lot of views. You know, these walkthrough videos are viewed by people that just sometimes just want to view the place. Maybe they want to go on vacation, or sometimes they just put something playing in their background of, you know, areas in the world that they like. I know I used to do that. I used to put these drone footages of different places that I've never visited just for me to just take a look at them in the background while I was working and stuff. Speaking of Ricochet, by the way, one of the best NXT shows I've ever seen. Yeah, he's phenomenal, Joey O. He's phenomenal, man. He is phenomenal. There's that big match that he had with the British guy in AEW. What's his name? Osprey. That was a great match. There's some footage of a match they had about a decade ago. But let's see, he could still go. You know, they could both still go. They treat it like yeah, I could imagine, man. You know, Ricochet definitely puts on some great matches. You know, I don't know if the passion is there, Joe, anymore. I think now it's more about the money. He's older now. He's become like Rob Van Dam. Like, oh yeah, you know, Rob Van Dam, he wanted to be the greatest ever, but now, you know, he just does it for the money, he says. So it's probably that kind of deal at this point with Ricochet, or slowly transitioning to of him just doing it for the money, not necessarily for the love or him trying to be the greatest that ever did, you know? Look at Cody coming in looking great. I would love to see the match between him and Orton, with Cody being victorious, not Orton. They hug it out. We are live, ladies and gentlemen, so you might hear a baby cry or here and there. It might happen. You might hear multiple kids. Who knows? That's right. That in the background. Cody Rhodes looking great. Cody Rhodes looking like a championship. Oh, they're going to kick it off with Gunther and Cody. All right. Yeah. I mean, look, Joey, look, this makes sense. This makes sense. Oh, Gunther playing the heel. But Gunther shouldn't play the chicken shit heel. All right. Bringing his tag team partner from Imperium. That guy goes home every day to fine ass Trish. What's her name? Tiffany Stratton. Tiffy Time. What's this guy's name? Ludwig? What is it? Yeah, man, he is getting the last laugh. And you know what? And I'm going to confidently say this. He may not still be as charismatic as his dad. I don't know if he'll ever fill those shoes. But arguably, he is better than his brother now in the ring. Let's face it, his brother is amazing in the ring. I mean, Goldust, and I can't wait till he comes back. I hear that Cody backstage is pushing for a Hall of Fame entry for his brother. Definitely deserving for the Goldust character. Epic performance by his brother. Arguably, he's better than him in the ring now. We're experiencing some technical difficulties. I'm going to get this thing going. We got the commercials. This is clearly the main event. I hope we have a clear winner. you do have two guys that are not involved in tomorrow's main event match, either Cody or the guy from Imperium. Most likely Ludwig was going to be looking at the lights tonight with a pinfall victory from Cody. That's my prediction, but let's see where it goes. With 9 minutes left, I thank you guys for your viewership. I thank you guys that are watching live. I thank you guys for watching on demand. Make sure that you guys go watch the SucioMannia channel. Immediately after the broadcast, I will be posting the small clips that I've been filming throughout the day. I'll patch them all together on iMovie, put them right up, and that will be on my other channel, on the SucioMannia channel. I want to thank you, Joe, and everyone who has been supporting me and the channel and getting me to 737 subscribers in just a matter of 30 days. I mean, that's phenomenal for a guy who's a non-celebrity like myself. I want to see where we're at day 30. Listen, it's going to be epic if we're at day 30 and we get to 1,000. So please, guys, if you could hit that share button, send it to people, post me on your Facebook, grab the link. We're at 737 right now. The watch hours will get to 4,000 soon. But if we could get over this in 30 days, we're on day 28. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers before it turns into 30 days, that would be great. For a guy like me who's not known and not a non-celebrity, I've seen some guys take some 2 years to get to 1,000 subscribers and to monetization. So if we can make that happen within 30 days, I'm going to be very grateful. And I thank you, Joey, and I think every single person that is following me, every single person that's going to watch this live stream on demand, everyone who's watched the shorts. There's one short that's exploding, and anyone that has come from there, I thank you guys. There's one post that exploded here online in one of the shorts. Over 200,000 views. I am so grateful. So grateful. Thank you very much to all of you guys. Almost 1,000 comments on this. All right, we're getting great action right now. There's interaction between Gunther and Cody, with Gunther looking strong on the outside, in full control of Cody. Gunther in control of Cody. That's usually a sign that Cody might be in control of him. But, you know, these two guys, as we were discussing earlier, Joe, these two guys are great. All right, we are live. I do have children, so sometimes I will mute the mic here and there. I should put them all to bed before doing the live stream. We're going to experiment with an early morning live stream, perhaps 5 in the morning. I'm up at 4 and change every day, so we might experiment with a 5 a.m. morning show. Wake up with Sucio. Maybe we'll bring out the bell. Where's the bell? We took the bell down to Wall Street today. Joey O, it was great seeing Eddie I, known as middle name Frank. We might get this going in the morning, early morning, 5 a.m. Wake up with Sucio. Let's see. But definitely we're going to have the live stream every Monday and Friday. I'm also going to have a very special live stream with some very special guests for the election. We're going to be watching the elections live as we hit 270. We have Randy Orton waiting outside for a tag as Gunther attentively watches. You know, Randy Orton's looking great. I also agree he should have a run with the title. I would like to see him lose to Cody, maybe go on and fight Gunther. But with Randy Orton being about Batista's size now, I think it would be a good look for him and for the company to have a run with the belt. All right, we got Randy cheering on. Great main event. Tough act to follow after, all of the action that's been going on with the Bloodline on previous weeks at the main event. A good heel turn right there would have been nice, but wouldn't fit right now. But I'm waiting to see that happen. That's bound to happen. We are bound to see Randy Orton. Look at him just power slam this guy. We are bound to see Randy Orton turn heel eventually. Kick to the gut by Ludwig. Tags in Gunther. Gunther walking around. That's a diversion. So Randy Orton continues to focus on Ludwig. Takes a slap to the chest as he goes for the DDT. Gunther should not eat the pin, especially if he has that big event tomorrow with in Saudi Arabia. I don't see the point of them booking Randy Orton as strong as they're booking him right now. There you go, Gunther. Gunther needs to finish this thing strong. He needs to look strong going into the match tomorrow for the PLE. Keep in match. This match isn't tomorrow. It would basically be these guys would barely even get any time to sleep if this was live. This, I believe, was recorded last week because there is footage of the Bloodline reunion from last week's show in Brooklyn. So I think they recorded 2 shows together last week. Or 1.5. They could also do 1.5 shows on Raw, 1.5 shows on SmackDown, and then patch them together somehow. I remember back in the day, I don't know if you remember, Joey, back in the day, they would have SmackDown and Heat and all these extra shows. Velocity for SmackDown and Raw, and they would just record them all. Randy Orton with the RKO to Gunther. I don't see the point in that. Okay. Crossroads from Cody. Ending the match. 1, 2, 3. Cody looking strong at the end. And for the main event, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, they face off against Gunther and his Imperium partner Ludwig in a great back and forth match with Cody doing the crossroads and taking the victory. Tomorrow, we're going to see Cody Rhodes versus Gunther for the Saudi Arabia Super Ultimate Warrior Super Heavyweight Championship, whatever you want to call it. But the biggest match in that card is the Bloodline, the 3 members of Bloodline versus 3 members of Bloodline 2.0. Oh, Kevin Owens coming in. Smashing Randy Orton, his opponent, with a chair. And Gunther coming in, choking Cody. What a great ending. That's what I'm talking about. Make it action-packed. I certainly didn't expect this guy to come in. We got security there. Guys clearly looking like they're wrestlers in training. As Gunther takes Cody down to the mat. Cody's in trouble. Tomorrow. But I think tomorrow Cody's going to be looking victorious against Gunther one way or another, whether it be by some type of interference from Goldberg or just victorious on his own. And that was your report from SucioMannia. And that is your live stream on the Sucio News Network. We recorded the SucioMannia simultaneously. I mean, I am saying the same thing. I found myself last week just repeating a lot of the same things that I said on the live stream. I was really exhausted, didn't do a whole full show. I want to take this moment to thank you guys. I thank you so much for your viewership. I thank you for your support. I thank you for your comments, your likes. Joe, you're one of my number ones, bro. You're a friend and a brother always. I thank you so much for your support. And guys, that's it. Good night. Now the real fun begins.